Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by Howlerhead Whiskey, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Bantamweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Gracie Baja Champions. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet, 8 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 135.4 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, today, he makes his amateur debut. Here is Adrian Tortola. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, representing Grindhouse MMA. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet, 8 inches tall, and he weighed in at 134.4 pounds. Fighting out of Cypress, Texas, today, he too makes his amateur debut. This is Cullen Caton. Your referee in charge, Patrick Patlon.
All right, we are locked in and ready to go. Every time I talk to these fighters, I ask, what's the reason that you're fighting? Why do you fight? And when you have 2 debuters, you know, you always wonder what the answer will be, especially 2 debuters that are very young. I know that Tortola is fighting specifically for his mom. His whole family, he said, is his mom. He's fighting for her tonight. And then Caton is, he's fighting to challenge himself. He said, I want to do something hard. I want to do something hard, and I want to achieve victory at the end. And what a great sport to say, I want to do something hard.
Yeah, good for him. I like that attitude from both guys. Caton, I mean, this is hard. This is challenging. Both guys very poised, up to the task.
Caton looks very good on his jab entry, trying to find his rage.
As Caton tried to capitalize on a slip, yeah.
Tortola's moving his head very well.
Yeah, both guys kind of feinting and moving, trying to find that range.
I so much more enjoy when fighters take their time, because the fight will always be better rather than 2 guys just going out trying to swing and knock each other out. Don't get me wrong, that is also entertaining.
Oh, big right hand there from Tortola, and another one. Man, if Caton didn't shoot then and there, that fight would have been stopped. He is in a arm and guillotine, but from top half guard. Not impossible to finish, but very challenging.
He's got his hips through the side control now. A little discomfort from here. As long as Tortola doesn't recover guard, I think he'll be okay.
I know when you have the, he allowed him to reload the guillotine. He's got to get that right leg around this Tortola. Man, he was on the right path to making this submission more threatening, but he stopped getting that bottom inside leg around. Like, I guarantee this is uncomfortable for Caton, but again, not going to put him to sleep, and Tortola knew that, so he let him go. Yep. I'll tell you, that shot saved Caton from losing this fight. I mean, he got dropped, and then he got dropped again as Patrick Patlon was literally running across the cage to almost stop the fight. Really good recovery time and reaction time from Caton to take that shot and now get this fight to the ground.
Yeah, and honestly, this is the time to get your eyes back, get your feel back, because you definitely feel those shots when you get dropped to your butt. It looked like he got dropped, got up, and got dropped again, too. So
yeah.
If this was me, I would be pressuring, peppering shots, and getting my mind and my wits back about me.
It's funny, the UFC has Keith Peterson, no nonsense. I feel like Patrick Patlon is our no nonsense ref. He always does such a good job. If the guy's stalled on the ground for a couple seconds, he'll stand him up. I like the refs we got here. We've not had many bad refs, but now we have especially good refs. We got Jeff Rexroad, we got Joe Solis, Patrick Patlon.
I want the fighter or the judges to protect the fighters, but on the same end,
the refs, yeah,
the refs, yes. But on the same end, let me get my time.
Watch this replay. You see the right hand of Tortola right there, dropped him, and then bang, again. Oh man, I'm telling you, saw Palon's hands come up.
Yep,
He was gonna stop that fight. That was a great shot there from Caton. Now he lost the round for sure.
Yes.
But like honestly, I think that takedown not only kept it in the mix, that kept it from being a 10-8 round.
Yes, for
You
sure.
know, that was a 10-9 clear for Tortola, but Caton's still in this fight.
You're in the corner for Caton. What are you telling him? You say tighter guard, slower entries?
Yeah, if anything, I think Caton needed to throw a little bit more. I think he was waiting a little too long, which allowed Tortola to get in the mix and land those shots.
Yeah, that was right when I was actually talking about being patient. There is also being too patient.
Yeah.
You got to remember, you are in a firefight. You need to make the action happen.
You know, if you're not punching at the guy and making them go backwards, they're coming forward and trying to do the same thing to you. So sometimes good defense in MMA can be offense. Make them circle out, make them back away, make them react to some of your entries.
Tortola's got a really good jab. I do like his jab. It's straightforward, it comes out, it's snappy.
It's quick.
Sometimes the best tool you have in fighting is your jab. In my opinion, it should be your first tool. That was a good little head kick. See, Caton's getting comfortable now. Now he's starting to feel it. He's already experienced a pretty hard shot. That can actually be good when you survive those, because then you kind of feel what the person has and what they're going to be coming with their like hardest shots.
That was a good entry there. Nice high kick. It's good pressure though from Caton. So he's letting his hands go a little bit more.
His guard is tight. That's one thing. His hands aren't going to his chest. They're right in front of his face. He's seeing the shots coming. Tortola's down though, man. He's a little bit on his back foot, but he is coming forward when he needs to, and he is popping that jab. When you see two debuters fighting like this, you can only think, I mean, the sky is the limit for two guys like this who are just looking so good on their debut. Yeah,
it's funny, you know, Jake, you say that. We say that almost every single broadcast. Just the level of talent for these amateurs is so high.
Alex,
we've seen fights where you could have nice flying knee there from Caton and a good right hand. But we've seen fights where you could have told us it was pro fights and we believe you on two debuting amateurs.
On the same end, do you remember my amateur debut and my striking? Thank God I grappled. Now, obviously, over years of striking education from Matt Wald, my striking is now much better.
It's gotten better, yeah. So for those at home, you guys can go on a YouTube and type in some old cage combat fights. And just, I really see, and now granted, the fights have always been great, but I think just the standard of skill set now for debuting amateurs. Nice right hand there from Caton.
I think that also goes into the promoter and the matchmaker. They aren't just letting any old kid get in here and fight. There's studying being done. Coaches are being talked to.
Yeah, and just like that, Caton puts himself back in this fight. I think it's 1-1 going into 3.
Yes.
It was a great round, but I think the pressure, the last 30 seconds of that second round, puts it pretty comfortably in, you know, the bank for Caton.
You can also see Caton's getting very comfortable. Throwing flying knees is a clear sign of comfort while striking.
Yeah, here's the pressure here from Caton. Nice front kick, a lot more in and out. Did his best work when he put Tortola on the cage.
And there's that flying knee.
And that was cool.
Honestly, though, Tortola, he's not backing down. He's getting backed up, and there is a difference. That's just avoiding shots, making good choices to not take damage to the face. Got 2 rules in fighting, guys. Don't get hit, hit the guy.
Oh, yeah.
All right, round 3, here we go. Agree with Alex, looking 1-1 going into this third. So what are the decisions being made?
I mean, honestly, I think for both guys, just say, stick to what has been winning you this fight. If you're Tortola, it's like, hey, find that right hand again. Maybe throw more jabs, get that right hand running. And if you're Caton, say, hey, ride this momentum. Honestly, get your right hand going, because he did a lot of good work with that. So set up the kicks and the jump knee.
Nice. I'd like to see Caton maybe pressure him to the cage again. That seemed where he was doing
Yeah, he was absolutely doing his best work when Tortola's back was on the cage.
I tell you, Tortola is solid on his straight punches.
Nice little cross the body, then jab upstairs.
Oof. These boys are ripping those kicks to the head.
Man, Caton did a really good job backing Tortola to the cage and staying on him. He hit him, and then he would feint really hard and get Tortola to back up and then cover that distance. See, there's that feint, and then he comes in.
You see that inside kick? That's always a sure sign that they're trying to set something else up. I'd like to see a follow through, hands to kick instead of just a naked kick. That can literally be the determining factor on reaching your mark. Just put a little jab in front of it.
Again, the pressure from Caton here is really good.
Yeah, I'd like to see Tortola circle himself to the center and maybe pressure Caton a little bit. Third round, haven't really seen any, apart from getting dropped in wrestling, not a hard amount of wrestling.
See, that was good. Caton even ate a strike, but he didn't back off. He kept the pressure. And not only does that downplay the quality of strike that his opponent's landing, but it keeps him the aggressor.
Again, I'm seeing those naked kicks come out. That's one of those things where, again, putting a couple of little shots in front of it could have you meeting the mark. These guys are very, very technical for two amateur debuters. Again, I'm just very impressed. It doesn't look like two guys just brawling. It looks like two very well prepared fighters that got their chance to shine in front of a big crowd.
Yeah, man, good pressure there from Caton. Oh, big right hand.
I feel like Caton's just slowly chipping this away. Oh.
Yeah. Man, I think Caton may have taken 2 and 3.
Yep.
I mean, it's very unofficial. But I tell you, that third round was very close. But he was the one coming forward. I think he landed.
Yeah, I think I'm also going to go with Caton on that 2 to 1. I mean, again, the first round was a surefire for Tortola, but
yeah, I don't think a 10-8. It could be, but I don't think so. But we'll see. I mean, that was a good fight from both guys. Future is bright.
anytime it's like this where it's so close, you're just looking at your coaches like, did I win? Both of these fighters should be proud of themselves. That was a very fun fight to watch. I wish my amateur debut looked like that.
Yeah, you can see the judges and commissioners tallying all the scores up. They got it official.
Make it official, hand it off to Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by DeNunaLawFirm.com. Judge Ryan Thompson scores the fight 29-28. Caton. Judge Eva Beltran scores the fight 29-28. Tortola. And Judge Ramsey Ishak scores the fight 29-28, declaring your winner by split decision, Adrian Tortola.
Oh, wow. It goes to show how close that third round is. Congratulations to Adrian Tortola.
Yeah. I think, honestly, what it was is the counter striking.
Yeah.
He was on his back foot, but he was setting up for that counter strike the whole time.
Yeah. Man, great experience for both these guys. Can't wait to see both of them back in the mix.